What if the gas you've been pumping for years is slowly filling your engine with the same carbon sludge I scrape out of intake valves every week? Most drivers assume fuel is fuel. Same truck pulls up to the same pipeline, so it must all be identical. But the difference isn't the gasoline itself. It's what each brand mixes into it in the last few hundred feet before it hits the pump. Some brands pack in enough detergents to keep injectors clean at 150,000 miles. Others barely meet the minimums the EPA wrote back when most engines still used port injection. In the shop, that difference shows up as clogged injectors, rough idle complaints, and bills nobody enjoys paying. So today, we're breaking down the best and worst gas brands in the country, based on detergent chemistry, real-world engine results, and what I've actually seen under valve covers. Let's start with the good, because there's more of it than people think. The first brand on the best list surprises people who only look at fuel prices. Costco's Kirkland Signature Gasoline is top-tier certified, and the turnover at their stations is insane. I've watched tanker trucks line up outside the Costco off I-10 in Phoenix like it's a morning commute. That kind of volume means the gas you pump is always fresh, even in summer heat. Fresh fuel matters because gasoline starts to oxidize after a few months, especially in underground tanks that don't move product fast. Last year, I did a timing chain job on a 2012 Camry that had 181,000 miles. The owner used Costco gas from day one. When I pulled the valve cover, the surfaces looked cleaner than cars with half the mileage. Light brown tint, almost no baked-on deposits. He saved a couple $100 a year by filling there and didn't give up any engine protection. The only downside is the lines. You might wait a few minutes, but you get strong detergent chemistry for 20 to 30 cents less per gallon. Chevron is another solid choice. People joke that Techron is just marketing, but the chemistry actually works. I saw this during a 100,000-mile service on a 2015 Lexus IS 250. The owner had every receipt from the Chevron on Harbor Boulevard in Costa Mesa. When I scoped the intake valves, they were dirty, but nowhere near the heavy crust I usually see on direct injection engines. Techron uses polyetheramine, which breaks carbon into smaller pieces that burn off instead of sticking. Chevron stations tend to keep dosing consistent, and their additive package goes into every grade. You're paying a little more per gallon, usually 5 to 10 cents, but the results under the microscope back it up. Shell is strong too, as long as you understand the difference between their grades. Their V-Power Nitro Plus fuel genuinely does a better job keeping valves clean. I've done walnut blasting on 2 GTIs from the same model year. One owner ran V-Power almost exclusively from the Shell station on Telegraph Road, and the other jumped between bargain stations. When I pulled the manifolds, the V-Power car had soft brown buildup that brushed off with solvent. The bargain fill car looked like someone had coated the valves in burnt charcoal. The catch is Shell's regular grade doesn't always get the full detergent package, especially at low-volume stations. If you're paying Shell prices, I'd stick to V-Power or choose another brand with consistent dosing. Exxon and Mobil belong on the good list because they keep their additive levels the same across all grades. An 87 pump at an Exxon in Dallas and a 93 pump at the same station both meet top-tier standards. I've seen that consistency play out on cars that do a lot of highway miles. Fleet vehicles running Exxon gas tend to show balanced injector patterns and fewer hesitation issues at high mileage. It's not flashy, but reliability rarely is. 76 and Phillips 66 both use their Pro Clean and additive packages across their entire lineup, and stations in the western states usually maintain good turnover. A retired firefighter brought me his 2014 Tacoma with 165,000 miles. He filled exclusively at the 76 station. We replaced his spark plugs and scoped the cylinders. Valves were stained, not caked. Injectors had even spray patterns. These brands fly under the radar, but they've been quietly doing things right for years. There are a few smaller players worth mentioning too. Arco is one people love arguing about. The stations don't accept credit cards at many locations, which keeps their overhead lower. They pass the savings into the pump price, not by cutting detergent levels. Arco fuel is top tier, and the chemistry checks out. I've pulled valve covers off several high-mileage commuters that ran Arco from day one. The biggest complaint with Arco isn't the fuel, it's the inconvenience at the register. Now let's shift to the brands you should be cautious with. These aren't boogeyman companies, they're just inconsistent. And inconsistency is what destroys engines over time. Circle K is a mixed bag. Some of their stations are co-branded with Shell or Valero and use those suppliers' additives. Others sell Circle K's own fuel blend, which changes depending on who won the supply contract that month. I've filled up at Circle K's where the pumps had fresh filters, new hoses, and posted top-tier certification. I've also worked on cars from Circle K's off old highway routes, where the fuel tested stale and the tanks hadn't been serviced in who knows how long. The problem isn't the logo, it's the lack of uniform standards between locations. If your Circle K is co-branded and posted as top tier, you're fine. If it isn't, I'd be careful. Murphy USA is on the weaker end of the list. They operate mostly near Walmart stores and compete heavily on price. The stations I visited in Arkansas and Oklahoma were clean, but their fuel only meets the EPA minimum detergent requirement. Those minimums were written during the port injection era, and direct injection engines simply run dirtier. I've seen more early injector problems on Murphy USA fuel than top-tier brands. One example, a 2017 Hyundai Santa Fe with 72,000 miles that came into the shop with a rough idle and low power. The owner filled at the Murphy because it was cheapest. 2 injectors were partially clogged with sticky varnish. After a cleaning and switching fuels, the issues stopped showing up. It's not that Murphy gas is bad, it's just not giving modern engines the detergents they need. So, here's the bottom line. Look for top-tier stations, look for high turnover, and don't chase the cheapest price in town unless you know the station maintains its equipment. Gas isn't all the same once the detergent package goes in, and modern engines need more protection than the EPA requires. If you've seen differences with certain brands, I'd love to hear about it. Drop your stories in the comments, good or bad, because real-world examples help everyone else. And if you found this breakdown helpful, hit subscribe. I post new videos that help you keep your car on the road and your money in your pocket.